You're listening to Weird and Dead, the paleontology podcast that tells evolution's most embarrassing and bizarre stories. I'm Meaghan Wetherell.
And I'm Amy Atwater, and we're two living scientists who are weirdly excited about dead things.
We started season 3 with an episode about urine, which ended with a terrible, life-altering reveal from Amy that some turtles piss out of their mouths.
Meaghan then had a full-on crash out about it that we recorded for Patreon.
And we are now releasing it as a holiday gift for you. Horrible turtle facts for everybody.
Speaking of Patreon, did you know that there is more than an entire season of full-length exclusive episodes over there?
You can binge them all for a mere $5 a month at patreon.com/weirdanddeadpodcast.
As always, we are disgusting, and on Patreon, we feel even more confident about being more disgusting. So pay close attention to the content warnings in the description.
You brought up at the first episode of this season, Amy, that there is a turtle that can piss through its mouth.
Yes.
And that you didn't have time to really look into it, but that just blew my goddamn mind. So I
blew that turtle's mouth.
I did not find the one paper from the 1880s that I really wanted to. I didn't have time to do that. But so what I will say is regarding that paper and regarding this paper, the paper that you read and talked about, or at least that you
briefly skimmed enough to be like, is this, I was like, it's legit enough. I'm mentioning it.
Oh yeah, no, it's legit. And actually the more that I read about their research methods, which I will be summarizing for you today because they are funny to think about.
Yes.
They did a very thorough job. But what is funny to me is, so this paper is from 2012. It has 19 citations, most of which are the same author publishing slightly different experiments on turtle mouth pissing.
My career, my legacy.
Yes. And then
Goals.
like weird like pop science articles that are somehow getting picked up by Google Scholar as citations.
Oh.
So like there has not been, people have not looked into other turtles.
Oh, opportunity.
Let me tell you a little bit about the history of what the fuck is going on with this turtle. So first off, this turtle is, I think it just had a rename for the genus. It's like Trionyx, and it's Synonesis, whatever. It's the Chinese soft-shelled turtle.
Trionyx is soft shell, right? We had those in Texas, yeah.
And it's apparently the world's most economically important turtle because it's eaten a lot.
Oh, this is like pigeons.
Yes. It is the turtle of pigeons. Yeah. Or the pigeons of turtles. So yes, it's pretty well studied. But when in the very introduction of this 2012 paper, they talk about the fact that we've known since about the 1880s that something was fucked up with this turtle.
The way you keep saying this really makes it sound like it's one individual turtle. This one creepy fucker.
The reason I really wanted to find this paper is because I cannot at this point in time exclude that it is at least just one species of turtles. This 1880s paper said that they noticed that it has these little dingly danglies in the mouth and throat of this species of turtle and a few soft-shelled turtles. So maybe there are some other species, but it seems to only be this particular species that people are studying it in, presumably because it's economically valuable and so it's easy to access, it's easy to get. They're the laboratory rats of turtles, of soft-shelled turtles.
I'm sorry, Trionyx. That's
pretty easy to acquire one of these turtles, I guess. I did want to see what these looked like.
Yeah.
And so I did go and I found a paper that finally has an image. And before you scroll down, I want you to tell me what you envisioned.
I mean,
in your head. To back up, in case you didn't listen to that episode, I guess.
Oh, fair point.
These are called buccopharyngeal villiform processes.
Fancy.
These turtles excrete urine through their mouths. More about that later, but they use these little dingly danglies to do so. Now, given that, what were you envisioning?
Well, you mean of inside their throat or the whole organism?
I mean, not of the turtle. I know what a turtle looks like, but what did you think the villiform processes look like?
I guess I thought it looked like maybe like the inside of a cave with a bunch of stalagmites and stalactites kind of like growing from, or like whatever your little dingly dangly is, just like, but like multiplied by like 100.
How many? By how many?
I guess when I was
you were
really
about 100?
No. I think in my mind's eye, when I thought about this turtle pissing through its mouth, I almost kind of thought of them as like udders inside their mouth. So maybe like I don't know, 10 would be my like picture.
That's what I was envisioning for sure. Was
no.
about 10 flesh stalactites hanging down from the roof of the mouth. Okay, so go to the image.
God. Oh.
You can scroll down. It's the only one.
I deserve this. I deserve every bit of this after the pigeon fiasco.
For real.
Ew,
yeah. So we've got two panels here.
Like
Why don't you describe what you see on the right first?
I mean, that looks like the shit taking over the animals and creatures in Princess Mononoke. Like, they're covered in these, like, creepy, wormy, fleshy things that are very dense, and it's like almost like a fur, but it's like, you can tell it's like fleshy and gross, but it seems to be quite fine, you know, like a hair kind of texture there. And yeah, I mean, or even kind of like, you know, how like an anemone or like a starfish will kind of cling to you with their creepy little tube fingery things, kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay, so now in the panel on the left, the letter L is for lower jaw, and the T stands for tongue, to give you an idea of scale.
Yeah.
So how these things are hair sized.
Yeah.
They are
they
hair sized and hair density. Like, if I opened a turtle's mouth for whatever reason, I don't know why I would, but if I did and I saw this, I would assume it had a mold infestation.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see that. It was sprouting straight up hairs or something like that. I would not think it was well. That would definitely be a conclusion.
No, you would think it was sick. Yeah.
You poor thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. It kind of looks like, I mean, it looks like little bacteria kind of sprouting off of everything.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I was also envisioning kind of like what we see in the cloacas of turtles that do a lot of butt breathing. Like,
right.
You know, it's more
intricate
like,
caverns.
Yes, more caverns, less less fuzz.
Yes, very fine. Yeah, like it just swallowed a hairball. Ugh.
It is the hairball.
It is the hairball.
And it's going down the throat. Like, it's bucopharyngeal. It's not
it doesn't
tip of the mouth. It's going down into the back of the mouth, beginning of the throat.
Oofta.
Yeah. Pretty foul.
Soft? Is it soft?
Remarkably, they didn't say.
I would want to. Just like,
I would assume so.
You little beautiful piss fibers. Oh.
Yeah. 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 So you say piss fibers, but initially when these were discovered and reported, of course, nobody knew what the fuck they were for. But people had recently started to theorize that turtles were butt breathing. So if you can butt breathe, why not mouth breathe? You know, the regular way, except just, I guess, not all of the way.
Oh, so butt breathing is what inspired us to look in the mouth. We started with the butt.
I mean, at least it's what inspired us to look at these things and be like, that's not an infection. That probably serves an evolutionary purpose. What is the purpose? So some things that have been theorized have been, okay, well, they're really vascular. Like, just such a gross description.
Yeah, it is.
For
throat fibers. Yeah. I don't like that.
It's nasty. So, okay, maybe they're for respiratory use. Maybe they're for regulating salt in water, you know, like getting rid of it, adding it, whatever a turtle needs to fucking do to salt.
Martha Stewart. A little more salt.
Yeah. I don't know at what point they started to think, I think that's for piss. I wasn't able to track down that particular thought process.
Right.
But I was able to track down that at around the 1990s, they started to notice some weird behavioral patterns in this turtle. So in about the 1990s, a paper emerges saying, why the fuck are these turtles gargling?
Oh my God.
Like, why do they gargle the water? That seems a little odd.
Minty
Um,
fresh breath.
yeah, kind of, right? Like, so,
Nope. The
uh,
opposite. The fucking opposite.
what was the way? Yeah, so they notice that they're gargling, they're moving their throat in and out, and they're really only doing it in the water. Like they're not doing it out of the water. And they notice that they do it way more when you take them and you dunk them and physically hold them in the water. So if you immerse the turtle
Again.
manually,
Yeah.
you get a lot more blah, 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 blah.
Oh my God.
Shocking.
Well, right. Isn't that pretty normal? Right. You're like, I'm like making you drown. Like, of course that's like, this is okay. All right. All right. Not focusing on the why, focusing on the how and the science.
Yep.
Not the humans. Not the humans.
So in 2012, these authors decided to, I don't know where they got the piss theory from, but they decided to test the piss theory, that this was actually an adaptation for getting rid of urea.
Yeah, my rhea. Rude.
And so, okay. So at this point, I have two pathways for you as far as how you would like this information presented to you and to the rest of the world.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like how I'd like my urine to leave my body. And actually,
so that's option one.
Okay.
Option one is let's talk first about, I couldn't decide what was the best way to present this information. So option one is let's pause. And before we learn about turtles being strapped to tables, which
everybody.
It's a funny visual.
No,
we're going to
Meaghan,
go
it's not.
and it is. They're fine. They did.
I
kill
did
them
not
at
know.
the end.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
They did. But anyways, okay. So the first option is let's go down the weird channel that leads us to veganism, or we can talk more about this experiment. I think let's go veganism first. We'll come back to the experiment.
All right. Yes, I'd love to know how this is all connected.
Veganism, then animal cruelty. That's gonna
Aren't
be the
those
trajectory.
like kind of the same? Like, I mean, not the same, but related.
Same body of ideas.
Yeah.
Let's talk about urea. So I, at one point in my life for OMSI, I witnessed a shark dissection.
That's the Oregon way.
And I think they must have hit the bladder because all of a sudden the world became unbelievably foul smelling. Like the shark didn't smell great before, but then we had a whole bunch of what was ammonia released.
Right.
And that confused me for a long time because I thought from then on we peed ammonia. We do not. We are not ammonia pissers.
I love that though. I love your like empathy. You were just like, oh, the shark. We are one. We are the same.
Yeah. Which, like, I've smelled my own piss on a regular basis. Kind of hard to avoid. It's not like I'm trying to do it deliberately, but ammonia, that's not what my pee smells like because my pee, like your pee, is urea.
Right.
We don't pee ammonia. Ammonia, super poisonous, super toxic. That doesn't mean that your body doesn't make it. It does. It's a waste product. But it does mean that if we were pissing ammonia, in order to safely get it out of our bodies, we would have to be consuming way more water because you really have to dilute ammonia to safely remove it from your body without, I don't know what it would do, burn through your
burning everything.
Tract. So we've got animals that pee ammonia are almost entirely aquatic. So things like sharks and fish. That's why sometimes if you have fish in a fish tank, you have to be careful about the nitrogen levels.
Right.
And when they say nitrogen levels, they're talking about ammonia.
Right.
Because that can be
why all goldfish die.
But exactly. So with humans and mammals, we pee urea out. So we actually take it and we process it. Most of that transformation process happens in the liver to get rid of the ammonia. It goes into some byproducts and then our kidneys turn it into urea and we excrete it. And that's important because that means that the mouth pissing, it is pissing out mostly urea. And so it's taking kind of the function of the kidneys. It is kidney hair. Not liver hair in this case.
This is super fascinating because in like pregnancy, you have to be monitoring kidney function a lot. Like I had pre-eclampsia and then full blown eclampsia. And that's like also related to kidney function, and like you're just like
Mhm.
overwhelming your kidneys with, I think I don't quite remember. I just know it can kill you. But so it's just it's just like, okay, so different pathways of
Mhm.
dealing with your waste products.
Yes. Now, there is a third pathway, and this is the pathway of a lot of reptiles. Turns out not turtles, I guess, or at least not these turtles, but they take it and they make it into uric acid. So they concentrate it even further. That's why you get the slurry, as we've discussed in the
Right.
past.
Or we talked about the Komodo dragon cocaine poop. That's like, I don't know if that's uric
Yes.
acid or if it's all the calcium in the bones that they eat, but they just have like poop. The urine is like powder.
Yeah, I think it's mostly the calcium because not all other reptiles do that. But yeah, so uric acid, it's very white and it makes kind of like for birds, it's the white component of the bird poop.
Oh, that's in
Yeah.
the scat rap song. I
Yes.
remember. Yeah, park your car in a
Yeah.
by something or a field, getting scat on your window shield full of seeds.
Shield.
Oh,
Wow.
something white. You got bombed by a bird in flight. I know the whole thing, girl. Don't
Dang.
even test
I
it.
never memorized that,
I
so
know the
I'm
whole thing.
really
You
excited.
park, yeah. Down by the cheek on a hollow log, scat full of berries, bones of a frog. Up last night, he was up at the moon, hunting crawdads. It was Mr. Raccoon. Oh God, yeah. Omzi did a number on both of us.
Want more content and you don't want to wait, or maybe you don't want to hear ads like this? Well, head on over to our Patreon for exclusive content, early ad-free episodes, and so much more. For only $5 a month, you can hear outtakes, exclusive episodes, and the stuff we cut for time, and also the stuff we cut because it was just too much for the general public.
Looking for fresh fashion with a science twist? Be sure to check out Geopetal Fabric, Meaghan's clothing company. These geek chic designs look fantastic and make for excellent conversation starters. Plus, get 10% off using code WEIRDANDDEAD. Head on over to geopetalfabric.com now.
I did go down a little bit of a separate rabbit hole because I did want to figure out
Not
if
a
Google
turtle mouth
AI
hole.
was correct or not,
Yeah.
which of course it was not.
No, yeah.
It was more of a kangaroo rat shaped rabbit hole. Because I was like, oh,
The
okay,
little
well,
crystals.
kangaroo rats do a lot of concentration. Are they actually turning it into uric acid? And that's how they're peeing it out? And no, turns out they just have hyperconcentrated urea. So they are still using urea. Oh, and that's the other issue. So if you're going from urea to uric acid, you are again, uric acid is metabolically harder to make. So it takes more steps, you burn more ATP, you're burning more energy to make it, but it does require less water to get rid of because it is less toxic. So it's like the path of poison is basically from
Oh.
ammonia. Okay, that's not so bad if you're in water, but if you're not in water, you
It's
need to
pretty
use
bad.
less water to get rid of it. So then you get urea. Urea can again be kind of toxic. So you do have to use some water to dilute it. And the uric acid, you need even less to dilute it.
A
So
recipe.
kangaroo rats have just taken a completely different route to make their urine so hyperconcentrated and use less water. I don't know exactly what their route is, but I know they are pissing urea, not uric acid.
And little crystals, little urea crystals.
There's probably some uric acid. I mean, we also have some uric acid in our bodies. That's how you get gout, is a buildup of uric acid. But primarily, we're urea. Let's talk about how this somehow
Relates to veganism.
As I was looking up ammonia and urea and trying to figure out what the fuck the difference is and why my piss doesn't smell like shark piss, I I realized that, like, okay, this is nitrogenous waste. This is nitrogen-based waste.
Right.
That's the sort of stuff you put on your plants. Again, I'm trying to increase my crop yield of grass for my animals. So I've been reading a lot about crazy things I could be doing to my 20 acres of grass in order to encourage grass growth and remove rushes. And one of them was nitrogen and increasing your fertilizer and la la la.
Uh-huh. Right.
Which my animals poop out there all the
Isn't
time.
that
How's that not
enough?
fertilizing? I
Right.
don't know. So I was like, oh, okay. Piss. Do people use piss as fertilizer? And that's how we get to veganism.
Okay. I do love you. I don't understand anything that's happening right now.
Yep. Okay. So I don't know fully why, but so this is
this like bat guano? Is that related to all this? Anyway.
I mean, bat guano is potentially fertilizer. But when I went and I looked up, okay, how do you use urea? Can you just pee on your fields? The first thing that came up was a site talking all about how to use pee for your garden.
Oh,
And it was, of course,
from hippies.
from hippie
Yeah,
vegans.
of course. I've visited many of these farms in Eugene. They are horrifying.
Yeah, they smell like piss.
Yeah, and shit. Human shit. Yes.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So I don't know 100% if the reason that I don't know if it was just this one vegan webpage that was like, yeah, everybody piss on your plants, or if they were
This makes me feel
looking for
better.
ways to increase their crop yield that didn't rely on fertilizer from animals, right? Because they're vegans. So if you're using poop from cows,
They won't even use fertilizer?
well, that's still encouraging the market for cows.
Okay.
I mean,
But it's
probably
like
a fine market if
cow
all you're doing is waiting for it
shit.
to poop, but
Shouldn't we use all parts of the cow?
I don't know. I don't know if that's how they got there. I don't know actually how fertilizer is made. Maybe there's other animal byproduct parts in it. I
Okay,
could not
so
tell
that
you.
kind of okay. I can see the connection between. Okay, all right, sure.
Yeah. So I want you to know that down on this website, they did have, even though they didn't talk about why the fuck they were getting to pee in the first place. I mean, I guess it is something you have on hand. They had a whole subtitle said, "Is this even vegan?"
Because it's human pee.
Uh-huh. And they say sort of.
Oh my god.
It depends on how you use it and how you look at it. Using human urine isn't a plant-based technique. So in its purest form, it can't be considered plant-based growing.
Humans are animals, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, it's yours. So you know if you're being manipulated into making pee
Right.
for
If
it.
it's cruelty or not. I mean,
Yeah.
I do like to pee outside, so I mean that would be nice.
Well,
If you would like me to come to your farm and pee on your crops, I'd be more than happy to.
so the subtitles on this website were some of the most bizarre, like just mental tangents that are clearly related, but are just not things that would have come up for me in thinking about this stuff. And yeah, they said studies conducted in Sweden, and then they listed 2 paper like citations, but then they never gave us the rest of the papers. So I don't know if these are real papers or if they just like Google AI came up with some 90s papers.
Yeah.
Show that in adults, urine contains enough nutrients to fertilize 50 to 100% of the crops needed to feed one adult. They are not putting a number on how much urine. I don't know if that means we need to pee a full year
Right.
or
This
what.
this feels vague. This feels
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions about all of
Mhm.
those. Yes, of those numbers. Yes.
Yeah. So you can pee and use urine. They had a using pee, a how-to guide.
Hmm.
Okay. Keep in mind that urine is high in nitrogen. Well, yeah, no shit. That's why we're using it. You may need to pee daily, but your plants don't need your daily pee.
I'm sorry. Pee
You can-
daily. I pee
Mhm.
way more than once a day.
That's true. That's actually a good point.
I
Maybe you wouldn't if you were a vegan. Amy.
if you only pee once a day, there is something wrong. You need to go to a doctor and drink some fucking water. Okay, so you shouldn't be dousing the same plants with urine every day.
Mhm.
That's what the point is.
Yes, yeah. In part because you can over fertilize plants and
Right,
it can burn them
Yeah.
essentially. So you can kill plants that way. As a basic premise, the urine must be mixed with carbon-rich materials in order for the nitrogen to become accessible to the plants. So that includes things like leaves, straw, or just good quality earthy soil. So if you don't have any carbon in your soil, your nitrogen probably isn't going to do too much.
Oh, okay. Chemistry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to avoid the problems of too much nitrogen and to make sure that it is readily accessible to the plants, their first recipe, this is option number 1.
I love that it's a recipe.
Grab a reclaimed plastic container and take a pee.
Has to be reclaimed.
Dilute it.
By the way, can we talk about that
Uh-huh.
plastic was made out of oil products, but that's totally cool. Anyway, sorry. I digress.
That is technically, maybe old animals. Well, it's mostly old plants, but
It's also fucking animals. It's foraminifera from
Yeah.
forever ago. So just
that's true.
saying.
It's foraminifera.
Yeah, just fucking
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, plastic's not vegan.
Upset the industry.
So then you dilute it with 8 to 10 parts of water and apply it to the soil. Easy peasy. So yeah, you have to piss just a little bit in your plastic container and then dilute it a lot with water.
Oh
in
my
order
God,
to make
this is
sure
just bringing
that your
back
piss is safe.
so many pregnancy
OMSI
memories. So many pregnancy.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, OMSI too. Oh, the urine. Oh, yeah. So many times I got peed on in the
yeah.
John Day River.
Oh, I was just thinking of like long drives, like the counselors talking about all of the times that they've had, like all the male counselors, like bragging
About peeing in
peeing in
Nalgene's.
bottles for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brother's generation was fucking weird.
Yeah, well, he still is. It's still
Yeah,
a
he still is.
problem. Yeah, but no, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm sure I did at the time. I have pictures of it because I was like, I have to document this, not of me peeing. But again, I was pre-eclamptic in pregnancy, and now I'm remembering it has to do with like protein in your urine, which is not good because it means that your kidneys aren't able to like process everything, and it's a byproduct, and it's like overdoing it for your kidneys. And they couldn't quite get like a good sample because I, over 9 months, could never manage to pee in a cup sufficiently, apparently. And like, you know, you go in for your, well, every single time you have a checkup when you're pregnant, the first thing they make you do is pee in a cup. And I just like, I have never mastered that. It is just a fucking mess. It is just like,
Oh, okay.
like it is just.
Do you hold the cup to you? That's been.
I think I tried a lot of methods.
To your crotch?
I'll tell you, I never got used to it, and I peed on my hands a lot. And so apparently, like, my pee samples were pretty inconclusive. And so they finally were like, okay, well, we can't tell. So you have to do a 24-hour urine collection, and we will then analyze all of that pee. So I had this little thing that I had to put in the toilet before I peed. I had to take it with me everywhere because also when you're pregnant, you pee all the time. And then you could like pour it into these jugs. And I quickly was like, motherfuckers, you didn't give me enough jugs. Like I was peeing so much. So by the end of the 24 hours, I had like, I think about 3 gallons. Like,
oh my God.
And I have this picture of me just holding up my urine jugs with just like 24 hours of piss. And I think even that they were like, it's kind of inconclusive. I mean, the conclusion was I was like not going to let these motherfuckers induce me. I was still induced, but he was at least past his due date by the time they didn't really give me a choice at that point. They're like, we're not letting you go. But I was just like, he's fucking fine. Stop it. You guys are stressing me out. That's why I just can't pee in a cup. Let's go fuck off. But so yeah, this is just reminding me of all the time. I'm like, I should have been donating that urine. Also, dropping that off at the doctor's office was hilarious. It was so satisfying to just like swap those like jugs on the counter and have them like go put gloves on and grab my urine. And I mean, like huge jugs. Not my jugs were also huge.
Did you just carry in like, were these see-through?
No, they weren't see-through. Jugs? I have a picture. I'm going to have to put it on the chat now because it is.
Okay, great.
Is,
I'm really glad that you have a picture.
I document everything for better or for worse.
Or for worse.
Yeah, which is mostly for worse. But I was just like, this will be a funny story one day. So here's all of my urine.
It is funny.
Yeah, but it's because I kept having, never mind. It's just too much information. But yeah, it was, yeah, it's not being pregnant and having to, the urine situation is a lot. So just, I'm relating to this a lot and feeling a little bit better that mine wasn't quite, I may have had to collected my urine for 24 hours, but I didn't then go putting it on my crops.
That's true. Well, and that's good because, you want to work it into the soil because you can't just dilute it. You have to work it into the soil.
Oh, good point. Good point.
They do not explain what that means or how you are supposed to do that. But you want to get it under the top layer of soil because the ammonia, so your urea can convert to ammonia gas. So if you cover it, it's less likely to lose all of the ammonia, I guess, or the urea. You're going to keep more of the piss in the ground if you make sure it gets below the top layer of the ground because you don't want heat applying to it, I suppose.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, part of that kind of, there's just a picture of my boobs. Never mind. Mm-hmm. Never mind. Those also turned into jugs. Those were, here it is. Here it is. God, I look so proud of myself. I look so, okay, it's not 3 gallons. That's totally an exaggeration. It's like 1.5.
Okay.
But
we can get AI to make it look like it's 3 gallons if you'd prefer.
Yeah, I'll work on that. Yeah, let me see.
Are you texting this to me?
No, I'm going to just try to drop it in the chat. Oh, I think it went above it, but there it is above the picture.
Oh, It's on the Google
Yeah,
Drive?
the same one that you put your picture in. It's just above it now.
Oh my God.
Look how happy I am. That's my urine.
Why are they different shapes?
Because I ran out of room and the only other one they had was like a
Oh,
different jug because they were like, what? You're peeing this much? And I'm like, I can't be the only pregnant woman pissing this much.
yeah.
I have them in a cooler. I have a picture of them like in a cooler because I had to keep them.
You had to keep it cool.
I guess
You
I
didn't
had
want
to
to get
keep
that
it too.
ammonia gas,
And it
I
just had
guess.
my name and birth date on it. So I should have tried to sell it to some vegans, obviously. God, what was I thinking?
Okay, so you had 2 giant jugs of urine.
Yeah.
So if you want to use urine as fertilizer, those are recipes 1. Recipe 2 is you pee onto mulch, and that helps to break it down.
Okay.
Or you could try and put your dilute urine, I guess, in the mulch, but it's better to pee directly on the mulch than directly on the plant. And then I skipped a recipe, I guess, but recipe number 4 is called straw bale bathroom. You can urinate directly on a bale of straw until the straw decomposes.
Ew.
And then they did mention that they knew someone who then just planted things directly in the bale of straw, which that's a lot of pee to put on a bale of straw.
Like saturated. Oh.
I mean, I use straw to that's where when I have lambs, right? Like we put straw down, but I always have like a straw bale and inevitably they end up learning how to jump on it and they pee all over it. Even in months, lambs cannot pee enough to make a straw bale break all the way down. So
Ugh.
I don't know how much pee that requires, but it seems like a lot. And keep in mind that urine is high in salts. It's not just that you're getting rid of urea and nitrogenous waste, you are also getting rid of a lot of salts. So that's part of why you have to dilute it, I guess. But also I'm wondering if that means that if you've just had a bag of chips, don't fertilize your garden with your urine, Like I don't know.
Can you eat chips though?
What the speed of salt processing is.
Right. And also
So.
the I'm so sorry. I just keep thinking about pregnancy. That was like the old school way to tell if you were pregnant or not, was you would like piss on.
Pee on a straw
No,
bale?
you'd piss on like flat, like, I don't know, something that was ready to bloom. And if they fully bloomed, it was because you were pregnant. I don't know. It's like an old school thing of like, I'm doing a horrible disservice because I'm not Googling it.
From like the 1700s?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
Okay.
Catherine the Great, like that kind of era of like figuring out if you were
okay.
pregnant or not. And you would just like piss on some plants and see if they flowered. And if so, then you were pregnant. So, and it has something to do too with, the composition of your pee, which makes me wonder, vegans, should you really just be hitting up pregnant ladies? Like, is pregnant women pee more
nutritious?
Yeah, for the plants.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's also baby pee. It's a mixture. It's also your baby. No, that's not true. That's a total fucking lie. The baby's pee stays in the amniotic fluid. So when your water breaks, you're actually just like breaking your entire baby's urine for like 9 months of... Yeah. Anyway, if people are like, my water broke, it's like, bitch, it is not water.
They also had 2 other notes that I want to read to you. One of which is, of course, avoiding illness, because pee is not actually 100% sterile. And it's definitely not 100% sterile 100% of the time. Right. So if someone has a UTI, they should probably not be peeing that bacteria onto plants.
Judgy.
You could, I guess, put said urine in a container and leave it for a while until the bacteria died, and then you could use it. But that seems like a lot of processing for just some pee when you pee regularly. So that doesn't seem useful.
Pass.
And then the last one, which I think is so goddamn funny because it just feels like, it seems like it's a problem I never would have contemplated, and it makes me wonder if vegans are really unhealthy, because the last one is avoid, and I say last one, this was the first thing on the website to watch out for, but I'm reading it last for dramatic effect. So it is avoiding fecal contamination. This is the most important step of safe use of urine. While pee is almost always sterile, which is not really true.
Yeah, no.
Feces contain dangerous pathogens. Make sure you get a 100% stream of pure urine. How? how's that an issue?
Do you have a cloaca?
Do you have a cloaca? Is veganism giving you such horrible diarrhea that you...
Especially for people with penises. Like, why? How?
Yeah.
There's, you know, like there's at least some geographic distance there, hopefully for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It just makes me concerned for the vegans that this...
Ew. I mean, but I thought a lot of folks, like all the farms, because I went through the hippie phase. It's from, that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You're from Eugene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an environmental science class where we would tour community-supported agriculture farms. And yeah, there were quite a few that were composting their own waste and using it to fertilize the crops that they then gave to people. And I was like, okay, all right, okay, I don't know. So I'm like, I thought the poop was good too. I thought it's like, all parts of the buffalo.
I mean, first off, it's Eugene, so who fucking knows? But second off, I would assume that they are cooking the poop somehow, that they
I think just by having it. Yeah. I think that the accumulation, like let it be there for a while and then let it kind of naturally heat and then distribute amongst the plants.
Yeah. So my guess is that the worry about fecal contamination here is that you don't go through that phase of baking your piss if you're peeing directly on a plant. But I just don't see how that's a possible frequent cross-contamination issue unless you have some serious
plumbing issues,
diarrhea issues. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, that's my extremely long digression on veganism and pee and using it in your gardens.
But would they use other animals' pee? Granted, that must be so hard to collect. Like every time you describe trying to like pregnancy test one of your animals, I'm just like, how? How the fuck do you do that?
It's something you definitely want to block out in your mind afterwards, but it involved a lot of chasing the cow with a mason jar.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, I had to trap her.
You couldn't just like strap a little bag on her and just like wait until she...
I mean, I wanted to avoid the fecal contamination.
See, you're full of shit, literally. Ha ha ha. You proved yourself wrong.
They are shaped differently. Their butthole is above their piss hole. So,
well, depending on what position you're in, Meaghan.
That's true, but I'm not making a cow like stand on its back legs.
Oh my God, that is so
make
funny.
Pissing in a jar even more complicated.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had to eventually trap Tinkerbell and then take the jar, and the directions are like massage gently and the animal will urinate, but I just kind of smacked at her with the jar until she pissed.
Oh my God. You are not a vegan.
I am not a vegan. I am a monster.
Me too. It's cool.
I'm not a farmer either. Clearly. Just kind of tapping.
Oh my God.
Tap that ass. With
and I can tell you that as, when you're pregnant, man, that would have been irritating as all fuck. Someone's just like, shh. I mean, it was me every doctor's appointment. And I was just like, guys, I just can't. Just please. Just find another way.
Maybe if I got one of those giant jugs, she would have been more comfortable with it, but
oh yeah, I just the final pee sample, because they made me go to the hospital. I was like 2 or 3 days overdue, which again, I'm a firm believer in your baby knowing what time your baby is supposed to come. So I was like, it's very common for your first baby to not come until 41 or 42 weeks. So I was in no rush, but they wouldn't let me go home. They forced me to go to the hospital because my blood pressure was high, and they made me take a urine test, and I pissed. I think I got like a centimeter of pee in there, and it was enough for them to be like, God. Nope, we're strapping you in. You can't leave. And then it was a horrible, horrible 28 hours of labor. And I don't recommend it to anyone except those who want to have a baby. All right. So turtles. This is a road trip.
Yeah. I needed to know about urea. And then I got distracted by knowing about fertilizer. And then I went back and I reread the paper. And so this paper, they really were very thorough because they did at least 5 separate experiments. And I will not say that they are particularly clear about whether they did different experiments on different turtles or if multiple turtles were subject to multiple piss experiments. But yeah, lots of different tests in order to really establish, is the piss coming out the mouth? Is it urea? Is it happening while they're also breathing? Are they just gargling because they just want to breathe? And what's going on with the piss that comes out the back of the turtle? Because the back of the turtle also produces piss. So,
Oh, they're
yeah, they
omnipeers.
don't, they are
They're
omnipeers.
they're ambidextrous with their urine.
Ampistectrous? Is
Ambidextrous.
that-
Oh my God. I was kind of wondering about that. I was like, these are mythical
Mhm.
creatures. They breathe out their butt and pee out their mouth. And please, someone, please tell me who the fuck designed that. Please
Yeah,
describe your
right?
divine fucking creator who was like, this is perfect. I love it. Like, come on, guys. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, I don't feel like God wants to take credit for that at all.
Right.
That's all dumb turtle evolution. Experiment number 1. They wanted to know, first off, hey, how much do turtles pee? Like, just generally, what's like the baseline turtle piss when they're just living their lives? So they attached flexible tubing to their cloaca, so around their tail, basically. Like, basically, they put like a vial of plastic all the way around their
So
tail.
like I'm envisioning kind of like I mean, was it, I'm almost envisioning like a condom strapped on their
Yeah.
tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gave them a
Okay.
little spacious turtle condom.
Okay. Okay.
They were immersed in water for 6 days. And I do think that there was a bit of a translation issue here because I'm pretty sure this was just the baseline. I don't think they drowned turtles for 6 days. I'm pretty sure what they mean is they just let them do their thing for 6 days. And then they every day took water out and they took the tube. I don't think they were holding the turtles down this whole time. I think that they were just
Also, that
free
intern,
swimming,
that poor
pissing
intern.
in a tube. I know. Got to take the turtle piss condom off.
God, I hope this gets me into grad school.
Now, for the second experiment, this is the one where I think it sounds pretty funny looking. You didn't sound that excited about it, but what they did is they wanted to see they wanted to see if the experimental turtle, which is how they described it, would dip its head fully could dip its head fully into the water at liberty. So they wanted to basically see whether a turtle will voluntarily use water whatever way it's using it, right? So these
Do
are
what you
these are
want to
turtles.
me.
They can live in and out of water. So they took the turtle. They wanted to make sure it couldn't fully immerse in the water. So they did strap it to a platform for 6 days, which, by the way, they gave extremely specific measurements of in centimeters.
Yeah,
as
this
far as-
scientific method,
yeah.
you have to reproduce this. Here's exactly the plywood we used.
I don't know how big any of the turtles were, but I know how big the
Okay,
platform
all
was
right.
that they strapped it to for 6
This
days.
is not. This is not. This is bad science.
So they strapped it to the platform and they put basically like a little plastic water trough in front of it so that if it wanted to, it could fully immerse its
Right.
head and gargle.
Right.
You know, didn't have to.
Didn't have to.
Didn't have to do that if it didn't want to. Not being forced to gargle.
Just
Not being
forced
pushed
to be
underwater.
strapped to a fucking plank for 6 days.
Yeah, it's just strapped. It can't go anywhere. Okay. You know, it's held in place. But
I would stick my fucking head in a bucket of water too.
they did
Kill me.
specify that every day they were feeding these animals tiger prawns.
So they're
So,
not vegans.
You know, no, the turtles are meat eaters. But I mean, I'm pretty sure a prawn is a sea creature, and these are river
Right,
creatures.
brackish,
So like
yeah.
they're getting spoiled with prawns. Okay,
One way of thinking about it.
They're
It's like my
getting
worst
shrimp.
nightmare. Fucking ugh. Strapped to a board and force-fed giant fucking insects.
But they're not waterboarding the turtle. They're allowing the turtle to waterboard itself. Okay, and that's important.
Right, to end its own life. Like, exactly, you know.
And then, of course, they got to cross compare to the piss. So
Right.
they've got a piss trough in the
Oh
back.
my God.
And they're emptying these out.
Oh my God.
And they do this experiment for 6 days. And over those 6 days, they are measuring how much urea is in the water trough, how much urea is in the piss trough, right? So like they're also measuring behavior to figure out what the turtle is doing. And what they found is that turtles would voluntarily gargle, and they would gargle for 20 to 100 minutes at a time.
Oh, kinky.
Yeah. Now, with your theory, maybe this turtle was trying to drown itself.
Yeah, just
But
fucking end it. Yeah.
And just failing and backing out. being like, this is taking forever.
I wish I didn't know how to breathe out my ass and could just end this.
It's prawn time again.
Oh, God damn it.
I will...
Fucking force fed.
Okay, this animal is sticking its head underwater for 20 to 100 minutes at a time and gargling water. Well, I guess we'd better know whether or not it's breathing. Is it doing the butthole breathing at this point, or is it breathing the water? What is it doing, right? Because, that's the alternative function. Maybe it's gargling because it's easier for it to gargle breathe than it is for it to breathe air.
Right. Okay, fair. I want to tell you how to breathe.
They take those turtles. It's not clear if these are the exact same turtles at the exact same time, but they only did 3 of them, which makes me think that they only had 3 of the probes that they were using to measure decreases in oxygen. So, no, these are water probes. Don't make that face. Water probes.
I was like, this is so fucked up.
All right. So they've got these oxygen probes in the water that are telling them when it's decreased. So they know, because I guess they're not sitting there watching the turtle 24/7. So they don't know when it's actively gargling. They, I guess, recorded it later. But we go and they'd collect water samples, and because they wanted to do it before there was a chance that the oxygen would reoxygenate the water, right? So that they knew how much oxygen had been removed from the water. So they've got that one. They did find out that there was oxygen removed. So these turtles were breathing for sure while they're pissing.
Wow.
So they're doing...
I mean, I guess I can do that too.
Yeah. That's true. You're not doing it with the same orifice, but you are capable of doing it. And don't sell yourself short. That's important too.
Okay, so they're multifaceted. They can multitask.
They also, experiment number 4, they put something called fluoretin in the water. I guess in high doses, or if you're eating a high protein diet, like you're eating a whole bunch of tiger prawns, it can cause you to not piss. So at least it causes you to not pass urea. It is a diuretic, so you will piss more, but you won't be passing urea.
Oh.
And I'm still not entirely sure why they did that. Oh, no, I do know what they did. They did that because they still noticed the gargling behavior, but during those experiments, the urea concentration in the water did not change. So that told them that this was a urea transport channel, basically, which is the same sort of thing as you find in your kidneys. So this wasn't that they were processing urea in their kidneys and then shunting it to their mouths. It's that there is processing of basically to urea in the mouth itself. And that's what's happening, I guess.
Wow.
Anyways, experiment number 5. This is the one that's not so fun.
Oh, because the other ones have been fun, Meaghan?
Yeah. They put a whole bunch of ammonium chloride, urea, or salt water, depending on the turtle, gave it a shot directly into the stomach of the turtle. And then 3 hours later, they anesthetized it so that they could swab its mouth and see how much urea, I guess, was in the mouth. Then they waited another 3 hours and did it again. I'm still not entirely sure why they did that, but at the same time, at the end, they killed them. And they took blood samples, and they looked for mRNA and basically established that there's quite a lot of these urea transport proteins in their mouth. So those really are kidney functioning mouth villiform processes, in addition to being able to breathe. But as they pointed out, if you need to piss by gargling water, you also need to breathe at the same time. So it kind of makes sense that maybe your highly vascularized piss organs are also capable of collecting oxygen, because otherwise you'd probably drown while trying to take a piss.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fucked up. But my one question I'm still wondering is, how do you inject anything directly into the stomach of a turtle? Isn't there shells in the way?
Soft shell.
Oh, rude. Oh, that is so fucked up. Oh, that is so sad.
They have bigger gaps on their side than a hard-shelled turtle.
You still got to go through.
I think they just go into
I guess it doesn't matter. You're could you at least give me a tiger prawn?
You're about to die.
Could you just give me one final tiger prawn before you stab me in the stomach and then murder me? Oh, God. Well. So why?
They wanted to know if it was pissing out its mouth.
No. But why did they think the turtles are pissing out their mouth?
Oh, okay. Why are the turtles pissing out their mouth?
Yeah, I've already established that man is evil. That's easy. Yeah.
So the thought is, remember that there's that dilution criteria, right? So urea still does need to be diluted. And these reptiles, for whatever reason, they haven't fully adapted to using ammonia. And even though they're water turtles, so you would think that they'd have a lot of water, a lot of them live in kind of brackish freshwater, so not like perfectly fresh
Right.
water.
Yeah.
So actually, maybe they were able to get prawns on their own. I don't know. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're, I didn't read, but maybe they're prawn
Maybe
specialists.
they do love prawns.
Yeah, I mean, they do love prawns. That was established,
Well,
but
they deserved
I don't know.
something.
Shrimp cocktail is their natural diet,
right.
you know, like maybe. Yeah. So in brackish water, if you're ingesting a whole lot of water, you also have to be capable of getting rid of all of the salt,
Yeah.
right? And so I guess the idea is that this is a workaround to still be getting rid of urea because they aren't adapted for ammonia, and also because drinking that much water would potentially cause them to increase a whole bunch of salt, and it would cause all of these problems. So instead of like full on taking water full of salt, passing it all the way through your system and all the way through your kidneys in order to piss, all you do is it's basically taking your kidney and shaking it in the water. So you don't even have to put water into your body. You can just mix it because your kidney is your mouth hairs and it's free floating.
Oh, would it make a kidney like transplant easier or harder? Do they still have kidneys?
I mean,
do they have kidneys?
Yes.
So what the fuck do their kidneys do? Sit around eating shrimp?
They do pass some ammonia. So I guess turtles have, or these turtles at least have both ammonia and urea. When they have the option to gargle, the only thing they're really gargling is urea. Very little, if any, ammonia is coming out of the turtle. The piss is mostly ammonia.
Wow.
But if they're not given the chance to gargle, then their piss is urea. So they've got a backup system in the form of kidneys.
That's beautiful. That's see, I find that a fucked up creation of God, but a beautiful tangent of evolution.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. Also horrified. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an economic thing. Is this still related to trying to like keep them alive or something? Like, why have they done so much research on this? Or is this literally just like someone has become completely fucking obsessed with this and made it their entire career? Or like, what is the like bigger picture significance of trying to figure out if these turtles can piss through their mouth? Like, why do they care?
I think a big part of it is maybe it's because they're economically important, but I think it's also because they're economically available. Like if you're going to run an experiment on an animal, you need access to that animal. And if that animal is raised on farms, it's a lot easier to get turtles.
Wow.
Right? Like,
and so they just got lucky that this thing that they happened to already farm, it also is fucking weird. And they're like, let's figure out everything we can about this in crop milk.
I mean, if I saw my sheep constantly going up to a water trough and gargling, I would also be curious as to what the fuck they were doing.
Huh.
So I think it's just that they noticed some weird behavior because it's economically important. They noticed some weird anatomy.
Yeah.
And yeah, literally over 100 years after they noticed the weird anatomy, a scientist was like, hey, I bet that's piss.
I bet that's for piss.
Let's find out if it's piss.
I bet that's for piss. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I have a lot of feelings, so I can't even really describe. Mm-hmm. You just took me on quite the roller coaster. So, like, I need to call my therapist back.
And I know you don't think it's funny, but the idea of these turtles strapped to tables gargling out of a trough is really funny to me.
Okay, maybe you should call a therapist. I'm just saying. I mean, yes. It's good to find the humor in things, I suppose. We already did it, so find the... Yes, I mean, that's what motivates me through every day of life. It's finding something to laugh at.
I mean, I don't know that being strapped to a table and given the option to gargle water is that much worse than having a custom butt plug made for you.
Right. Without your consent. Like, we don't speak.
Yeah, without your consent. And you're a wild turtle, just plucked from the wild like an alien and probed. That's how they determined oxygen, if you didn't listen to that particular episode, or all of the times we've talked about it since.
I mean, turtles are definitely one of our, definitely mascots of the shows. They are very weird, and they've been around a lot, so they're very dead. And these ones are also dead. Yeah. Very fucking dead.
Yeah, that's true. These are dead. These experimental turtles are dead. Not extinct.
Oh my
but these
God.
individuals are dead.
Right, but do you think that this adaptation is present in other turtles?
I mean that 1800s citation saying that it's in some soft-shelled turtles. I would imagine it's in more than one species of soft-shelled turtles. It seems like a pretty advanced adaptation as well. So, I mean, it's not something we could see in the fossil record, but it's definitely it seems pretty complicated to have evolved exclusively in a single species.
I mean,
I bet there's some mouth hair in a lot of soft-shelled
we do
turtle
have a good
mouths.
fossil record of soft-shelled turtles, so I do wonder if any of them are in like a Lagerstatt that would potentially have preserved
I guess that's
soft
true.
tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you could actually.
But you'd have to be able to see the inside of the mouth too, you know?
But what if you like CT'd it?
Maybe. I feel
New
like it's
goals.
such a small character.
I didn't kill this turtle. Life did. A volcanic eruption did. Let's CT its throat. Why? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Thinking about it is just going to disturb you more.
Yeah.
I assure you.
Huh. Well, and I wonder how many, I'm never going to look at a turtle the same way. Most, from either end, any angle of a turtle, I'm now just full of questions. Thank you for listening. If you liked the podcast, be sure to rate and review us on your listening platform of choice. We really, really, really appreciate it.
If you'd like to hear more and support the show, you can follow us on Patreon for some exclusive bits or on our various social media platforms. You can follow Amy on Instagram at Mary Anning's Revenge.
And Meaghan on Instagram and TikTok as GeoPedalFabric, or both of us at Weird and Dead on Instagram and TikTok. Our theme song is Unlock Me by Praz Canal. Cover art was provided by Chris Spencer and the hosts.
And this has been hosted and researched by us, Amy Atwater and Meaghan Weatherall. Thank you for listening.